guys, it's Tah. Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. So, happy February. It is February 1st. And I'm super excited about this video. So, as you know, I've talked about it quite a few times. For the Once Upon a Book Club special boxes, I ordered the Halloween box, which didn't get here until December. And I've already read that and I've uploaded it, so I'll link it down below if you haven't seen that yet. Because I just couldn't wait to open the presents. Like, I don't know how some people do it. They order these boxes and they just put them on the shelf. And I'm like, I ordered these boxes, I want to read them instantly because I want to open all the goodies. So, after I pre-ordered the Halloween box, I went ahead and I pre-ordered the Christmas box a few months later. It might have been the next month. I'm not even sure. So anyway, the Christmas box is the Advent edition where you're supposed to start opening a specific day in December to finish up, I think, like on Christmas Day or something. Well, I think it's like $150, which you get 12 short stories and 12 gifts that correlate. So anyway, my box finally made it. It's very beat up. As you can see, like, I actually have a piece sticking out. Like, it was very beat up to get here. So, the box finally arrived. I'm not sure what date, actually. Postage was January 4th. So, I probably got it. Yeah, I got it in January, not December. So, yeah, I did get it some point in January. So, we are going to be reading Christmas books, Christmas short stories. I'm assuming they're all Christmas related. I'm not 100%. But inside the box is... This is a little awkward. Alright. So we have a book. And it is 12 Days of Book Clubmas. Volume 4, so I'm guessing this is the 4th box that they have done for Christmas. And inside there are 12 gifts. So, excuse me. We're gonna go ahead and read the short stories. I will kind of tell you about them, and then we will open the gift that correlates with that story, and I'll read the line that's because if you remember the other boxes, there's a sticky note in it that tells you where to open your gifts. But I flipped through here when it first came in, and instead of like a sticky note you can pull off, these have highlighted sentences with a little kind of sticky note printed on the book and says open your gift. So I'm going to go read the first story, then I'm going to come back and tell you about it, and then we're going to open the gift. So I shall return. Alright, you guys, I made it back to you. So, day one story is The Traveling Capabilities of Love by Lana Gianfrido. I'm not sure exactly how to say that. But this book was, this little short story was super cute. It is about a girl named Claire who, in the beginning, it kind of flashes back to her playing with her mom. And then you flash forward to when she's like 27. Unfortunately, she lost her mom and she's dealing with that, and she goes through the process, you know, of each day or whatever, and she runs into someone that she wound up talking to for like 3 hours because he has also lost his mother, and they kind of, you know, just feed off, I guess, of each other's energy type thing. And it was just the way she was dealing with it and having those moments where it's like, oh, I want to call my mom, but your mom's not there, so she has to like overcome all of those things, and it's really tough. Like, I don't know what I would do. Like, obviously I still have my mom and I'm grateful for that. I don't want to have to imagine what it would be like without her, but seeing how this girl processed it, and the gift we're about to open is from her mom. It was delivered to an incorrect box in the building that she lives in, And fortunately, the guy that I just told you about, Andy, no, was his name Andy? I think it was Andy. It got delivered to his apartment. So he was like, oh my God, I cannot believe I didn't get this to you already. It came like last week, but he's a doctor, so his schedules were different. So anyway, she opens this gift like she's freaking out because, you know, it's from her mom. And it was just probably the best thing that could have happened to her is getting this gift from like what she says. And it says, with shaking hands, I peel off the tape, holding it all together. And in the story, she talks about her TBR. She goes to the bookstore and she writes down the books that she's feeling at that moment that she would like to read, while her mom snuck a peek at her TBR list in her notebook, and she wound up getting her something off of it. So we do know we're opening some type of book because her mom specifically wrote in the letter, like, I peeked at your TBR list. So let's see what was on the TBR. The Vanished Bride, a Bronte Sisters mystery by Bella Ellis. Oh, and there's a pin that says, write your own story. I'm trying to so you guys can see it. You can kind of see it. So this book, let's look at this book. Yorkshire, 1845, a young wife and mother has gone missing from her home, leaving behind 2 small children and a large pool of blood. Just a few miles away at a humble parson's daughters, the Bronte sisters learn of the crime. Charlotte, Emily, and Anne Bronte are horrified and intrigued by the mysterious disappearance. These 3 creative, energetic, and resourceful women quickly realize that they have all the skills required to make for excellent lady detectives. Not yet published novelists, they have well-honed imaginations, are an expert readers. And as Charlotte remarks, detecting is reading between the lines. It's seeing what is not there. As they investigate, Charlotte, Emily, and Anne are confronted with a society that believes a woman's place is in the home, not scouring the countryside looking for clues. But nothing will stop the sisters from discovering what happened to the vanished bride, even as they find their own lives are in great peril. So that sounds like an interesting read. Women who are going to be like detectives. So let's go ahead and add this to the TBR. Why not? It's already like a gazillion layers long. So let me read story 2 tomorrow, because we're going to do 1 story every day. So tomorrow I will read story 2, and then we will open the gift for that. So see you guys tomorrow. Day 2, February 2nd. So the second book of the story, of the second story of the book, is called Between the Pages by Emily Godinez. And this one is about Marley and her grandmother. Marley's birthday is on the first page, like the first paragraph. She's turning 20 years old, and her grandmother gives her a gift. And she basically says, like, now you're old enough for this gift that I was given at your age to be given to you. And basically, it's a pretty cool gift, I'm not gonna lie. So she opens the present, and it's a book. It's a library book. And she's like, Graham, did you steal it? And she's like, no, you'll have to return it in 4 weeks or whatever. But basically she tells her, go home, find your favorite chapter of the book, which was Alice in Wonderland, put it under your pillow. She has no idea what the heck's going on. Well, come to find out, her Graham and now her, they are book travelers. Kind of like, what's the name of that book? The Pages and Co., I think it is, where they can go into the stories and travel around. That's what this grandmother can do. And the way it happens is you have to read 1,000 books by a certain age, I'm assuming, and you get the gift as a book traveler. So it was a story of them going into books and just going on new adventures, and it was super cute. Absolutely loved it. So we get to open gift number 2. and it's a big one. It's a cute little bag it comes in. Oh, I gotta read you what it says. Why didn't you tell me? Let's see. Marley gets up and runs her fingers over her curtains as her latest quote weaves itself into the fabric. And the curtains are a veil of how they can get in and out of the portal worlds. So there's some double-sided crafting tape in here. And I'm assuming these are curtains of some sort. Oh my goodness. They are. You get 2 panels and oh, these are the quotes. Each time they go into a book, you can ask the author, because the author is going to be on every page, you can ask them for a quote. And they talked about a few of the quotes that they gathered. And this one right here says, "You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb inside of his skin and walk around in it." And that is Harper Lee to Kill a Mockingbird. So every section, like each thing, is a quote from one of the stories that they traveled to, and now it is woven into their curtains. And these are freaking adorable. And now I have to find somewhere to hang them up. Like, I am legit gonna hang these up because they are so doggone cute. So I hope day 3 is gonna be just as exciting. So I will see you tomorrow. Day 3. So today's story is called All the Knight's Daughters by Amanda Kelsey. And this one is about Lainey and her dad, and then the story with their mom. She is 17, almost 18, and up until in 2021, in the early part of 2021, according to this, her mom passed away, and it's just been her and her dad. Like I said, she's 17, and she's coming up on her 18th birthday, like a week away, and her dad comes into her room and gives her an envelope, and the envelope is from her mom with a letter telling her about like a family tradition type thing that has been passed through so many generations, because the house that they live in is 4 generations, I want to say. Like, each family moves in, they all live there, and it just, the kids take over the house each time. So the mom has the house now, and they only have 1 child. And so like I said, mom passed away. She left this for her daughter, and come to find out, her daughter also has a special gift, being that she is part of the Knight bloodline. And when they hit a certain age, they're able to go into like this secret room, and the way to get in there is to remove a book off the shelf, and it lets them in. Now, at first she did it before she turned 18, like by 2 days or whatever, and she didn't quite understand like what the magic was, I guess. But when she went in on her 18th birthday, she realized that instead of like the last story where they were going into a book, for her, as she's reading, the scene is playing out in front of her. And she can feel like the wind, the water, whatever the case may be in these stories. So she's able to experience the story that way. And that's a really cool gift. Like, I would like that. As long as your imagination works, you can do it. And then once Lainey has a daughter, she shares that with her daughter. So, day 3, the gift. It says, "The switch itself was nothing special, but there was an artistic decal above it that was plain black and showed a girl reading a book. Except, it was made to look as if the girl was laying on the light switch cover itself. One leg dangling over the side as she read the book in her hand." So I'm assuming this is going to be the same type of decal to put on my own light switch. So day 3 is an envelope. Yes, it's a little beat up, but it's there. It says, "Shh, I'm reading, light switch decal." I'm guessing you go across the top and it just hangs down, because I don't know about y'all, but my light switches are not that wide. Like, it might be that wide. So this is super cute. So I'll probably wind up putting that on my wall. And something I found while looking for gift 3, I also have this. It says, bath soak, sorry for the stressful year, pour into a warm bath, lavender, rose petals, and Epsom salt. So we got some bath salts that went with this. So I don't know if I didn't see anything else, but who knows. So far, this is the only thing in there that is not linked to a book page number. So we shall see. But really cool light switch decal. So now I will see you guys tomorrow with story number 4. Day 4. So day 4's story is called Pizza Friday by Selena Marcel. And this one is about Kathy. She lost her husband, I believe it was 25th wedding anniversary. It was about 2.5 years ago. And right now it's currently winter in the book, and she's going through boxes of things, and she runs across one that has like memories with their last name on it. And as she's digging stuff out, she had no idea that her husband kept all of these things. And it's simple things as like a shell from the beach when they got engaged, and he wrote things on it, and just different small things. And the reason this book is called Pizza Fridays is because with her working and being a mom, like, she just needed a break. So her husband and her, they decided that on Fridays they would order pizza. So they got paper plates and stuff all fancy, and they ordered pizza every Friday. Well, then the husband got to the point where it was like, okay, let's try to make it. So they, as a family, went into the kitchen and they learned how to make things. And like, she found a book in there in the pile, like with pictures of them and stuff. And she was just kind of overwhelmed. Like, she was happy with the memories, but it was a lot. So what she wound up doing is, her kids, like, as a family, they always spent New Year's together, but definitely since the dad passed. Well, she bought everything for Pizza Friday, and then the kids kept saying they couldn't come because they were snowed in where they were. Well, she's basically like, okay, I guess I'm gonna spend New Year's by myself for the first time. And there's a knock at the door, and the kids made it happen. And they were like, you know, it's not New Year's Eve without making, you know, pizza on a Friday before the end of the year. So it was like this cute little thing. And one of her children opened up to her about like the loss of the dad, and kind of gave her something that he feels like his dad gave him, but he also feels that it represents his mom. It's a book. So I know we're opening a book because, number one, the son gives the mother the book, but also for the line that is highlighted, it says, she smiled to herself as she took the book with her out to the kitchen. So let's open number 4. And like I said, it looks like a book, so we shall see. That one, I literally almost cried for that one. It would have been a little bit longer of a story, I think, and a little bit more in depth. Oh yeah, I'd have really cried. Alright, so for this one, we have, you get the recipe card for the Fox Family Pizza Friday Fun Book Thin Crust Pizza Dough, front and back. So you can make a pizza just like in that short story, which maybe I can do this one with the fam. And then the book is Jenny Moon, a novel by Benjamin Ludwig. Never heard of this one. And this one says, meet Jenny Moon. She's mostly your average teenager. She plays flute in the school band, has weekly basketball practice, and reads Robert Frost poems for English class. But Jenny is autistic, and so what's important to her might seem a bit different. Starting every day with exactly 9 grapes for breakfast, singing along to Michael Jackson, taking care of her baby doll, and crafting a secret plan of escape. Jenny has been in foster care for years, and for the first time in her life, she has found her forever home. After being traumatically taken from her abusive birth mother and moved around to different homes, she is finally in a place where she'll be safe and protected with a family who will love and nurture her. This is exactly the kind of home that all foster kids are hoping for. But Jenny has other plans. She'll steal and lie and reach across her past to exploit the good intentions of those who love her. Anything it takes to get back what's missing in her life. She'll even try to get herself kidnapped. So that's crazy. And if you, I kind of can relate a little bit, I guess. I do have a cousin who's autistic, and he's on a certain side of the spectrum. He's really intelligent, but he also does some things that people would consider like, oh, you can tell he's definitely autistic. But I love him. It's great. And I like to read books that involve children who are on the spectrum, because it just gives you another way to look at and understand those kids. So this is the gift. The book, the little short story was super cute. And yeah, so now I have to wait a whole nother day and we can read story 5. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, day 5, and this one is called Della's Court Kids by Madeline Merritt. And this one is about 4 best friends, 3 males and 1 female. They met when they were in 3rd grade. They are currently living across country from each other. They all have a spot, and they from the same neighborhood, and like pretty much next door to each other type stuff. And they come home to visit their family, but mainly each other, the best friends, every year for Christmas. And this year they just showed up, and all of a sudden, once everybody's there, they're figuring out what they're gonna do, which is obviously get drunk, because you know they're in their 20s, and a tree falls and the lights go out. So what do? They decide, middle of winter, because it's snow everywhere, but like it stopped snowing at the moment. They decide they're gonna go up to the family, one of the guys' family cabin, and they get there, you know, they just have a good time. And then at this point, it's kind of like there's always been feelings between one male and the female, but like now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna say it. And it's just them kind of like they played truth or dare, and that's how it came out. And they basically had to admit to each other like, yeah, I do have feelings. So I'm guessing they're gonna pursue this relationship. It doesn't really go much further than the night that all of that happened. So pretty cool that even after all these years, they still get together and hang out for the holidays. So for this one, the highlighted phrase is, she took the fanny pack from Kit and clipped it around her waist before emptying the contents. So I think this might be a fanny pack. It sounds like there's a zipper of some sort. So I could have a fanny pack, and if it's awesome, like I am going to Disney, not this June, but next June, so maybe I can use it for Disney. See what we have. Ooh. It is a fanny pack with words written on it. I'm not sure if it's words from that story or what. And there's something in it. Okay. So in the other pocket. And she put her hair up in a clip before she put the fanny pack on. So yeah, so we get a pink hair clip, which I'm always good for a hair clip, especially if it's wet, just getting out of the shower. And this cute little fanny pack. I don't know exactly how much it'll hold, but hey, it might work for Disney. Who knows? So I will see you guys tomorrow for day 6. Day 6. So today's story is called The Man of 7 by Campbell Stinson. And this one is about a kind of like a time portal, I guess. The main character in the story, she is in Paris during the French Revolution at some point during that time. She's in an alleyway and she has her dog. And her dog starts growling and stuff. She can't figure out why. And then all of a sudden, like, a red ball rolls out of the wall to her, and she throws it back and it comes back. And each day, something else comes through the wall, like certain times of the day, but she can't figure out like how long it's open for and all this other stuff. So day 7 rolls around or whatever, and instead of items coming through the wall, a human comes through the wall. And come to find out, this person is from 2021, and it's like 230 years later or something like that. And he wanted to figure out if he could go through the wall because he's been sending items through the wall. So he does, and he sets a watch. He figured out that for 7 minutes, he's able to throw stuff back and forth through the wall. So he goes and he gets to see like in the past, and she's like has this thing, and he explains to her everything he threw through the wall, and she's like, well, why did you throw this? And he's like, that's the only thing I had in my car. And she's like, a car? So it was pretty funny watching him explain what the future was like to somebody living in like the 1940s or whatever it was, 30. I don't know what year the French Revolution was, but I don't even, do they say? Oh, I lied. It's 1798 in her time, and he's coming from 2021. So for this one, I kind of know what it is because the prize looks that way, and also they kind of described it. And it says, a large rectangular shape of brown reflective fabric at least half my height rested on the ground just beyond the wall. So this is something that he threw through the wall. Day 6. And yes, these are for a car windshield, I'm assuming. So yeah, it says, shh, I'm reading. How cute is that? And it's got like words printed on it. So that'll be cute in my car once I get my windshield fixed, because it does have a crack. So I don't want the silver to reflect and make the crack work. So yeah, fun times. Like this box, I know it was super late getting to me, but it has some really cool things in it. I am loving this box so far. So I will see you guys tomorrow for day 7. Hey guys, Editing Tah here. So I just wanted to come and tell you that I've decided I'm going to split this video in half. This is days 1 through 6. It was almost an hour long. So stay tuned. In the next couple days, we'll do days 7 through 12. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on part 2. Bye guys.